Hey there guys, welcome back to another video. I know I haven't posted in a little while, but just been trying to figure things out, with all the stuff going on, but now I thought, why not the perfect time, because it's summer and quarantine, a lot of free time on my hands, a lot of time to think of new ideas, for videos and stuff. So here we go, jumping right into one, a new idea. My unboxing video, literally, it's a box. Can you guess what kind of box? A toolbox, that's right, because it's red and metal and has a latch, a handle. I mean, what else can it really be besides a really wonky rectangular prism briefcase that's red and metal? I don't know. You can be wild in your imagination about that. But let's open this up. It has a clamp. The clamp's down to here. And you just pull the metal off. And then you good to go. Open it. This toolbox was actually a gift from my grandfather, by the way. He gave it to me. Which is really nice because he's a handy guy and he works in woodworking and stuff. And he's nice. But yeah, first of all, the thing you always gotta have in your toolbox is some sort of tape. Duct tape, plastic tape, any tape, like as long as it can hold things together. I prefer plastic tape because it's clear and it can hold things. Like, might not be as strong as duct tape, but if we just have a quick job, I prefer plastic tape. Okay, and we have a set of nice little bits or screwdrivers, so you can easily screw into really fine places. Like, these are really fine screwdrivers, so like, and flatheads, so if you want to screw into very fine places. And then we have a lock, which will go with something I show later. We have, let's see, what's this? Some super glue, Gorilla Glue, always come in handy. Some gel, you never know when you get to super glue something, An X-Acto knife, of course, when you need to cut something very finely, or something that's very thin. It's good to cut something that's very thin. Very accessible way, more accessible than scissors sometimes. Okay, some pencils, you always need those to write out markings when you're cutting or writing down some equations or stuff like that. And the basic nails, all like different types of nails. Some nails that are like finished nails and they're easy to hammer into things. Some things have little spikes so it's easier and they get stuck in more easily. Like underlayment nails, because you want to hold the underlayment and you want it to stick into the wood, so it's not easy to pull out. And then we have some wall anchors and screws. Screws are really good. I prefer them over nails because if you have a screw gun, they come in a lot more handier. They stick into the drywall better, and just an overall better option. And then we got some wall anchors, which work kind of like butterflies, and you put them into the wall, and then you can screw a screw into them, I believe, and then it holds them better into the drywall. But last but not least, just one marker. It kind of goes with the pencil, easier to mark things and stuff like that. Okay, we take the top part of the toolbox off, and we go into a whole nother domain. Okay, first of all, we have the work gloves, because when you're doing handiwork, you always need some dirty gloves so your hands stay nice and soft and cool. Okay, and then we have this thing, which I'm not sure because it's all ripped, I can't read it, but I believe it's used for like a block, like if you need to straighten anything up or like maybe put tape like straight. I think this is what it's used for, or maybe to hold things in place. I don't know, but it looks like a weird chalkboard eraser, but without the eraser. It's my opinion, but okay. A cool little metal crowbar. Really cool. You can open stuff with it. It's really cool. Really cool open stuff with. Okay. Now we have some cool pliers. Focus in on those. Focus. Okay, not focusing, but some cool little pliers to grab stuff and turn it and stuff like that. It's hard. Like, kind of like works like a wrench, if you know what I mean. Okay. And then we got a little malleable screwdriver or replaceable top screwdriver where it has different bits that you can use to replace the top of it right here, so you can screw into different types of things, which is always good to know and use, And more of the basic screwdrivers, a screwdriver, a big flathead, which is good to bang under stuff if you need it, or take off paint or stuff like that. And then another bigger screwdriver, of course. Go farther in here. Another flathead. Ooh, a nice saw. Saw is always good. Believe this is called a buzz saw or a hand saw. But these are always good. This is a beginner one, but they're good always to cut light pieces of wood with hand. So you don't have to be using the big electric, more miter saws and stuff like that. Okay. And another set of pliers right here. These are more like electrical pliers to pull wires and stuff, I believe. And then we got a ton more flatheads and screwdrivers, which always come in handy. And we got another big flathead. More pliers. This thing's just loaded with screwdrivers and pliers, huh? Okay, and some... Ooh, another flathead, which is smaller, which is good to screw in smaller flathead pieces screws. Okay. And then, of course, why can you have you can't have a toolbox without a cool little hammer to go with it? Look, this is a 16-ounce clam hammer, hardwood handle, has a great top. Looks like some sort of steel. It looks like it's glued on good, so this will be good to use to bang in things very steadily and heartily. Okay, get a top view of what's left in that box, and let's continue. Got a cool little wire brush, which I just learned today is a cool little brush to use to brush off paint and stuff like that. It's a really cool little handy tool you have in your toolbox, you know. You never know when stuff like this can come in handy. Okay. Then we got, of course, a tape measure, because you never know when you're going to need a cool little tape measure, right? Tape measure stuff, measure the dimensions of stuff, the area, perimeter, you know, stuff like that. Math stuff. Okay. Here's a wrench, of course, because you can't go without a wrench. Here we go. Forged alloy wrench. 10-inch wrench made in the USA. That's what I like to hear. Craftsman. Great brand. I recommend Craftsman for most of your tools. Great brand. And yeah. Not a sponsored video, by the way. But yeah, this is a great wrench. And also, you can move it. So, it can go back or extend to turn different types of bolts. What have you. Okay. We got this cool little tool, which only comes in handy, really, when we need to open, like, a cap or something. Like, mostly used for, like, a, you know, like a paint cap or a paint bottle cap. And this is a scraper, which is mainly used for, like, paint or adhesive, and you can scrape it across the surface. You can also scrape stuff off, like flooring. I used it for once, like, if you just have stick-on flooring, this can easily go underneath that. You bang it in, then you just pry it up, you know? Okay, we get to the end here. We got some nice more pliers, more like a wrench kind of deal with some nice ridging on the inside. You can easily grip onto stuff and not let go, which is always good. And then a cool, tiny, very, 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 very tiny little flathead. If my phone would focus, then you could see a better close-up of it. But I guess not, but it's a nice little flathead. Nice little flathead you can use if you have, like, little flathead screws that you need to get unscrewed. For, like, if you have, like, a, let's say, a tower holder and you have, like, little tiny screws underneath that you need to unscrew, always comes in handy. And then we got a cool little furniture touch-up pen, which is always great if you have like a scratch in your furniture and just need like a little brown cool marker that matches the color. You just put it in the scratch and then just smudge it around and it blends in perfectly. Or like if you have dark brown flooring, which I happen to have, and it works perfectly. Of course, another screwdriver, can't live without those. And then some more tape, but this is actually electrical tape, which is used, and it's a nice insulator, so it's good to keep electricity out. And then we got some cool sandpaper. Even though it's in the dollar store, it's still pretty cool. And then we got a bike rope, or like a cool little enclosed wire. I don't know what you call this, but like plastic wrapped around a wire. These are always good to have, because if you ever need to tie your bike somewhere, you just put this around your bike, and you attach it to this lock that I have with a key, or you could have a combination lock. I honestly prefer a combination lock, but key can work too if you have it on like your home keychain or whatever. And then last but not least, this cool little piece of history my grandfather gave to me for sentimental value, but he also didn't have another level he gave me, but I think this is still perfect. This is a level, but the cool thing about this is that it was my great-grandfather's, or yeah, my great-grandfather's, my grandfather's father, and he used this, and it's really old. What company is that? I can't even read that. The Coodle Pratt Company. Shenfield, Mass, USA. It's really nice. Nice wood feature on this. This is a great tool and piece of history. An heirloom that my grandfather lended to me. That's really nice of him too. And then, that's the bottom of the toolbox right there. Nice, shiny, red glare. And there, that's it, guys. Thanks for going through this with me. I didn't know what else to make for video. First video back, you know. Fresh off ideas, sometimes they're dry, you know. Just gotta work through it. But thanks, guys, for sticking through with me. Thanks for subscribing. Maybe I'll do a face reveal if I get a certain amount of subscribers. Who knows? But I'll try to be consistent on these videos, so you can definitely check in. See you later, guys. Bye.